Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi departs for Brazil after concluding a historic visit to Argentina. PM to attend the 17th BRICS Summit 2025, followed by a state visit to Brazil. Prime Minister Modi holds bilateral talks with President Javier Milei of Argentina. PM highlights India's strength in the healthcare and pharmaceutical sectors. India and Argentina deepen their ties with a focus on boosting trade, energy, critical minerals and youth opportunities. And 171 million Indians escaped poverty in the last decade as India climbs to the 4th spot in the global income equality ranking, says the World Bank. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has departed for Brazil after concluding a historic visit to Argentina. The Prime Minister will attend the 17th BRICS Summit 2025, followed by a state visit. This will be the Prime Minister's 4th visit to Brazil. The 17th BRICS Leaders Summit will be held in Rio de Janeiro. During the summit, the Prime Minister will exchange views on key global issues, including reform of global governance, peace and security, strengthening multilateralism, responsible use of artificial intelligence, climate action, global health, economic and financial matters. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was accorded a ceremonial welcome upon his arrival at the airport in Buenos Aires. The visit aimed to further deepen the multifaceted strategic partnership between India and Argentina. This was the first bilateral visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Argentina in 57 years, marking a new chapter in bilateral ties. Following his arrival, the Prime Minister was warmly received by members of the Indian diaspora outside his hotel. He witnessed a traditional Indian dance performance and interacted with the enthusiastic crowds who chanted Bharat Mata Ki Jai and Modi Modi to welcome him. Prime Minister Modi was accorded a ceremonial reception at the Presidential Palace, that is the Casa Rosada in Buenos Aires. He was received by the President of Argentina, Javier Milei. Prime Minister Modi and President Milei waved at the crowds and from the balcony of the Presidential Palace in Buenos Aires. Prime Minister Modi held delegation-level talks with President Javier Milei, who led the Argentinian side. Earlier, the Prime Minister paid tributes at the San Martin Memorial in Buenos Aires on Saturday after arriving in Argentina on the third leg of his five-nation tour. The Monumento al General San Martin is an imposing equestrian monument honoring Jose San Martin, the revered liberator of Argentina, Chile and Peru. It stands as a symbol of Latin American independence and is a significant site of national pride in Argentina. PM Modi's visit to the memorial underscores India's respect for global freedom fighters. PM Modi landed at the Ziza International Airport earlier on Friday. He is on an official visit at the invitation of the President of the Republic of Argentina, Javier Milei. During his visit to Argentina, the Prime Minister paid floral tributes to Mahatma Gandhi in Buenos Aires. The Prime Minister also interacted with the Indian community in the city. The Prime Minister also paid tributes to Rabindranath Tagore in the city. In November 1924, Rabindranath Tagore came to Argentina on his way to Peru. He was invited to attend the centenary celebrations of the Battle of Ayacucho, which helped Peru become free from Spanish rule. But when he reached Buenos Aires, he got sick because he was very tired after a long trip around Europe. Prime Minister Modi discussed potential opportunities for partnership in the fields of energy with Argentina during his meeting with Argentine President Javier Milei.
The Prime Minister underlined India's growing energy and industrial needs and emphasized that Argentina could serve as a reliable partner in supporting India's developmental journey. With the world's second largest shale gas and fourth largest shale oil reserves, along with substantial conventional oil and gas deposits, Argentina holds strong potential to become an important energy partner for India. Argentina's rich reserves of critical minerals, including lithium, copper, and rare earth elements, align with India's need for secure and sustainable resources to drive its clean energy transition and industrial growth.
Prime Minister Modi sought for Argentina's support in expanding the India-Mercosur preferential trade agreement. Prime Minister Modi and Argentine President Javier Milei also expressed interest in enhancing collaboration in defense sector.
The two leaders discussed the necessity of diversifying and expanding bilateral trade. The Prime Minister requested Argentina's support in expanding the India-Mercosur preferential trade agreement, noting that such an expansion can bring mutual benefits for both sides and open up new opportunities. Both leaders also expressed interest in enhancing collaboration in the defense sector, where they felt that they can leverage their respective experiences and capabilities to increase cooperation and contribute to mutual strategic interests.
Prime Minister Modi highlighted India's strengths in the pharmaceutical sector. He discussed the possibilities of exporting high-quality, affordable medicines to Argentina.
The Prime Minister highlighted India's strength in the healthcare and pharmaceutical sectors, particularly the capacity to produce high-quality, affordable medicines. He discussed the possibility of India being moved from Annex 2 to Annex 1 of Argentina's pharmaceutical regulatory framework, which would facilitate smoother entry of Indian pharmaceutical products into the Argentine market.
Prime Minister Modi discussed India's Unified Payments Interface or UPI system with Argentine President Javier Milei. He highlighted how it has increased productivity in India.
The other major topic of discussion during lunch was about India's UPI, Unified Payment Interface System, and how it has increased productivity in India, how it has led to very impressive formalization in the Indian economy, how it generates more data which can be used by the government and by economists to try and target various benefits to sections of the population more efficiently, how it generates a credit record that can be relied on for microcredit for farmers and small businesses, how the formalization of the economy has increased tax compliance.
And joining me on the phone line for more is my colleague Arun Sharma. Arun, you've spent the last several days in Argentina. How would you describe the optics and outcomes from the Prime Minister's two-day visit to the South American country, coming as it does after 57 long years?
Absolutely, Ramesh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Argentine leadership, they primarily discussed and held discussions regarding cooperation across key sectors, including trade and commerce, pharma, space, defense, technology, healthcare sector as well. Now, as we were saying earlier also, that the focus of this visit is very much likely on two important things. Number one is the rare earth elements or the lithium, and second, of course, on the trade agreement. As I said earlier as well, that the India-Argentina Business Council, they are very much they are giving emphasis and they have interest also that the India and Argentina should move ahead in direction of the FTA. But yes, when we talk about this visit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has urged Argentina to support the expansion of the India-Mercosur Trade Pact. Now, this primarily gives access to the entire Latin America as far as trade is concerned, because there are various blocks as far as India-Mercosur is concerned. So when this bloc expands, India gets entry or new access to various countries like Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, and other blocks as well. So this gives a massive market in the Latin America as well. So yes, that's a big takeaway. This is what the business community was also looking forward to. So this is now Prime Minister Narendra Modi has put forward that even India has requested that this expansion should take place, and we can expect that both countries will move in direction so that yes, big market can be accessed by India as well. Second important aspect or the takeaway is about the lithium or the rare earth elements. Now, both sides, they will move forward in this direction as to, how can, the expansion can be done as far as rare earth elements are concerned. So on the other side, India has also highlighted in front of Argentina. It has highlighted about its growth story. Initiatives like Drone Didi, the UPI system. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi has highlighted all these facts as well. So yes, all in all, when we talk about this entire visit of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it's historic in nature, and it sets the tone that after 57 years, when Indian Prime Minister he visits Argentina, the focus is clearly on the fact that how can people-to-people ties be given a major push. Business or trade ties can be given a major push, and of course for the companies, the pharma companies of India, how can rules and regulations be made easier for them so that they can get access to a big market, the Latin American market primarily. So yes, this visit can be termed as very successful visit, where my focus was on all the aspects from people to business to pharmacy to defense to sports as well.
Before we let you go, Arun, a quick word, if you will, about India's soft power. We saw a reportage from Buenos Aires, including one which focused on Indian cuisine, how it's becoming popular in the city. What did you make of India's soft power when it comes to, say, for instance, Ayurveda or traditional Indian medicine, food, for instance, Indian music and dance as well?
So there was a contest. We know this fact that Bharat Ko Jano initiative by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been started, and the idea is that how can people all across the world can know about India. So the soft power is such that now people of Argentina, via various initiatives of the government of India, are knowing India. They know more than us about the interesting facts about historical and its cultural aspect of India as well. Second important part is that yoga and Ayurveda is such that now people are adopting it very rapidly in Latin America. They are looking at it Ayurveda not as an option, but yes, as a first preference as well. Yoga is something that is binding both the nations, that is India and Argentina, because a lot of foundations are here. The Argentinians primarily they are inclined towards yoga because it is giving them mental peace of and mind, body and soul. And something that they like about the Indian culture is that despite such a huge diversity, there is unity in diversity, and that is what as Ek Bharat Shresh Bharat, this philosophy, that is reverberating globally. So people over here are saying that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is taking forward the Indian culture on the global platform, and people find peace in knowing the Indian culture. So that is what is attracting these people from Argentina as well. So yes, people to people ties are playing an important role. Sports diplomacy, football diplomacy is also playing an important role, because games is such that that is bringing or uniting the people of both the nations as well. So yes, India and Argentina might be away from each other and are differed by two continents, or you can say that the 30-hour journey is there when we talk about traveling from India to Argentina. But yes, because of major push to people ties, both nations are coming close to each other.
Or I will leave there, Arun. Thank you. My colleague Arun Sharma joining us on the phone line from Buenos Aires. Right, looking ahead to the Prime Minister's ongoing visit now, PM Modi will participate in the BRICS summit at Rio de Janeiro in Brazil on the 6th and 7th. On the 8th of July, he will have a bilateral meeting with President Lula da Silva of Brazil in Brasilia. From artists and chefs to business leaders and small children, the Indian community is looking forward to and preparing for meeting with PM Modi. DD India's Shobhan Saxena reports from Sao Paulo.
Members of Indian community in Brazil are very excited and enthusiastic about the visit of Prime Minister Modi here on July 5th. The community is preparing hard to welcome the Prime Minister of India. Led by Kathak teacher Gyan Shikarahe, Indian ladies from 3 different cities are preparing a special dance for the PM's reception at Rio de Janeiro.
We are preparing a cultural program to welcome our PM and to homage our Indian Armed Force and PM sir. One girl, she's preparing very beautiful painting for to receive our PM, and of course cultural singing, dancing will be there.
At Brazil's best-known Indian restaurant, Chef Dipali Vahaskar, who had served the PM during the G20 summit last year, is again working on a special menu for PM Modi.
It's been a great joy and a very privileged occasion for us to serve Mr. Modi, our Prime Minister of India. This will be the second time, and we'll be serving him a traditional menu as well as some local touches to some dishes, considering his diet restrictions and his choices of food.
It's a great privilege and honor as an Indian restaurant which is going to take care of the meals and nutritional part of Mr. Modi in Rio de Janeiro. And being a member of Indian community, we are very excited for this event. Again, a lot of cultural activities are participated, a lot of enthusiasm among the Indian community and diaspora here to visit and greet and meet Mr. Modi. And this thing, I think, will be a memorable event that will be captured by every young, old, and youth, and the kids too.
I'm really excited. It's my first time seeing the Prime Minister. When I just came hearing this news, I was really happy. I'm also going to perform in the cultural performance.
Indian business community, mostly based in Sao Paulo, is gearing up to receive PM Modi in Rio de Janeiro and Brasilia this week.
Any head of the state visiting a country and then making a specific space and time to meet their community representatives is very symbolic and has a huge, I think, emotional connection, but also sends a symbolic message that we understand you, we are listening to your concerns, and we're going to address that.
A large number of members of Indian community are heading to Rio and Brasilia to welcome Prime Minister Modi, and they hope that his visit to BRICS summit and the bilateral meeting with President Lula will bring a new dimension to good relations between India and Brazil. This is Shobhan Saxena for DD India, Sao Paulo, Brazil.
In more news from Brazil, DD India's Meghna Dev spoke with women from the Indian diaspora. Take a listen.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is coming to Brazil and there is palpable excitement in the Indian diaspora. We'll speak to a few of them to understand what are their preparations. Prime Minister is going to come here. Definitely there's a lot of excitement. What do you have to say?
The whole Indian community is very, very happy and excited. Last year we met him. It's like just in 6 months we are going to see him again and we are really, really, really very happy.
I'm really excited. Everyone is excited that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is coming again. It's my first time meeting him. I'm so happy. I was excited. Really excited. I was waiting for this day to come.
Everybody is so excited about Narendra Modi sir, and we are all excited. We are coming again. This is my second time here, but still everybody is coming to see Narendra Modi, the same passion how we have seen last time.
I would like to say that we support Modi ji, and Modi ji, you rock. Whatever you do, we are here, the Indian diaspora from Brazil, we are here to support you, and we stay strong with your leadership and the kind of guidance that you are giving us to our nation. And just thank you, and we are really grateful.
So here, clearly excitement amongst the Indian diaspora ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's arrival in Brazil, wherein the number of people from different places in Brazil gathering here in Rio de Janeiro to give him a grand welcome. With camera person Piyush Verma, this is Meghna Dev for DD India from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
All right, let's get you some more news now. The latest World Bank data ranks India as the most equal country in the world in terms of income. India's extreme poverty dropped to 2.3%, placing it in the moderately low inequality category. India has surpassed the US and China in the list. The next report by Ragini Sudhir brings you the insights.
India has achieved a remarkable milestone in its development journey, not just as the world's fourth largest economy, but now also as one with least economic inequalities. According to the latest World Bank data, India's Gini index stands at 25.5, placing it as the fourth most equal country in the world. India's score puts it far ahead of many advanced economies, including the United States, which stands at 41.8, and China, which has a Gini score of 35.7. Notably, India ranks as more equal than every G7 and G20 nation, placing it in the moderately low inequality category and just a fraction away from entering the low inequality group. It joins a select group of just 30 countries worldwide that have managed to achieve this level of economic equity, most of which are smaller or wealthier European nations. Over the past 10 years, 171 million Indians have been lifted out of extreme poverty. A key driver behind the transformation is a series of well-implemented government initiatives that combine digital technology with grassroots outreach. The key government initiatives are the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, which has brought over 55 crore Indians into the formal banking system. Aadhaar, India's biometric digital ID system, now covers over 142 crore people and forms the foundation of welfare targeting. Direct benefit transfer system ensures subsidies and aid reach the intended recipients, cutting down leakages and saving over 3.48 lakh crore rupees. Ayushman Bharat scheme has revolutionized access by providing up to 5 lakh rupees in medical coverage to over 41 crore beneficiaries, supported by more than 32,000 hospitals. Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission and Ayushman Vyaya Vandana are further strengthening coverage, especially for senior citizens. Entrepreneurs from marginalized communities have schemes like Stand Up India that have provided over 62,000 crore rupees in loans. And the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana has reached over 80 crore people with free food grains during times of need. India's Gini index of 25.5 is more than just a statistic, as it reflects a shift in the living realities of millions. More families today have access to nutritious food, banking, healthcare, and opportunities to earn and grow. India's success lies in its ability to pair economic reform with robust social protection. While other nations struggle to balance growth with equity, India has shown that inclusive development is not only possible but sustainable. Ragini Sudhir Chaure's report for DD India.
And that's all for this edition of DD India Live. Let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. It's available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download it. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. From all of us here in New Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.